This is Origins Uncut, and I'm Corey Jones with my incredible co-host, Freddie P.
Yes, sir.
And Stephen Miller.
Howdy.
We're going to take a deep dive into this country thing, y'all.
Now, this isn't your ordinary docu-series. We're exploring the deep roots of country music and letting these people tell it from their own experiences of what it means to them.
We'll explore the stories, struggles, and triumphs of country artists who are redefining country music and breaking barriers of what country means today.
Listen, so whether you're a die-hard fan or just somebody curious about the genre, follow us. We're going to lead you to the way of this new sound of country.
So let's hit the road and discover
the roots of country music.
Like never before.
To me, it's a short bed, stick shift, Chevy the FM, playing the petty. It's a cold beer on a Friday night.
This next song is called Love Like Legends, and Alejandro and I wrote it together, and he produced it. And it's basically just you have this chemistry and this love for someone, and you don't know, because love is scary, and you don't know if it's going to last past the moment and into forever, or maybe it's a bunch of moments that last into forever, but it also can just make every night legendary. So it's called Love Like Legends, and if it's only for tonight, it's only for tonight. I could use a song to ride with a vaquero by my side, letting loose like wild horses as we fade into the night. He has danger in his eyes. I've got fearless on my mind. Let's love like we're legends, if only for tonight. Corazón beating faster, it's going down tonight. Mano a mano, la noche bailando. Let's love like we're legends, if only for tonight.
Leah Turner,
That's me.
a Mexican-American country music singer. It is an honor to have you and Alejandro Trey on our stage, gracing us with your presence today.
an
Listen,
honor for
let's
us to
jump
be
right
here.
into it, man. How did that song come about?
Yeah, so Love Like Legends. I mean, he says that I slid into his DMs.
It's been known to happen from
I sent a friend
several
request.
people.
But he
I'm
sent a
sure.
friend
Sent a friend
request, so
request.
I was
Sent a
just
friend request.
responding to the initial reach out.
Okay.
But
It was a great response, I'm sure.
it was like, oh, you right? So there's such a lack of, I feel, or I think we feel, of Latinos, but for us, Mexicanos, in country music, not a lot of writers, not a lot of people that understand it. And so when he sent me the friend request and I slid into his DMs, I was like, do you write? You know, like, can we like get together and
Kind of collaborate a little
and
bit.
collaborate and see what we can come up with, because, you know, I feel like I was kind of out here on an island by myself. And so we went, and actually Love Like Legends is the first song that we ever wrote together, like
Wow.
almost 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
we started 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah?
We started it, and then it was kind of sitting there. Well, we kept coming back at it, and it was just like we hadn't really found the sound yet. It was like it was a work in progress. We've been, you know, the more we got to know each other, we work on different songs, we come back to it. And it honestly started like with a reggaeton beat. It started with a reggaeton beat, yeah, because I was doing nothing but reggaeton after I.
Being a
Oh,
reggaeton
he's about to
artist.
put
Yeah.
the Daddy Yankee on that thing. I mean, what we talking about here?
Yeah, no,
I would
was,
like to hear that version, though, to be real with you. You know?
Oh, honestly, it was fire.
It was
It's
fire.
actually like really
Alright.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Tristan McIntosh, and this next song is called Never Said Goodbye. A little bit behind my song. A long time ago, when I was 15, I was on American Idol, and I did a song by Mickey Guyton a long, long time ago. So in 2015, before Mickey Guyton like blew up, I was covering one of her songs on the show, and my audition happened to go viral, and I always really loved that song that I did with Mickey Guyton. So I had the opportunity to write the song with Phil Barton, who was one of the writers on Why Baby Why. The song I wrote with him. It was just one random afternoon. I don't think it was raining outside, but I kind of had this idea in my notes because I mishear people all the time. Like, I do not hear what people are saying. And so I was like, did you say not losing him? And they were like, that was not at all what I said. So this song really stems from just, you know, me not being able to hear nothing. But it's called Never Said Goodbye. It's actually not called Never Say Goodbye. It's called Not Losing Him. That's another one of my songs.
Last night we said things we don't mean, and we sunk lower than we'd ever been. You stormed out the door, don't think I cried more. Can't even remember what we were fighting for. I'm not gonna lose him now, not when I know I found the right one for me. He's my meant to be. I'm gonna fix this, take back everything. Not gonna lose him now. No, I'm not losing him.
Tristan McIntosh. Oh my goodness. We literally have an American Idol on our stage. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence here at Origins Music Group, Origins Uncut. A 16-year-old phenom. That's when it started?
Well, I was 15.
15. Let's talk about that. I mean, we're writing major songs at an early age. You know, that's some real Michael Jackson, Miguel. The list goes on and on. I mean, you know, that's very phenomenal, Miss Alicia Keys.
Well,
you know?
I used to read a lot.
So talk about that experience, the mental journey of a teenage girl writing such adult champagne rampage songs.
Well, as a kid, I didn't really like play video games or watch TV. All I did was read like all day long. And I would read like the same books over and over and over. So I would kind of get a real grasp on, I guess, the English language. So I guess I have a lot to choose from when it comes to words. But when it comes to inspiration, I've always felt strongly in everything that I write. And in conveying emotion, like that is the main thing for me on stage. And when I'm writing is to write something that makes me feel, and through that channel the feeling and affect others in the same way.
Awesome. That's amazing. Wow. Tristan, you are a Nashville area native.
Why you gotta say area native?
Because I know I was gonna say because you were actually from Goodlettsville.
I'm from Pleasant View.
Pleasant View?
It's up the street.
That's right up the street.
That's
right up the street.
That's what I'm saying.
You have a 615 area code.
I do.
So that makes you.
I went to Nashville School of the Arts, so I think it counts.
We're gonna give you that
for like a semester.
We're gonna give you that. Yeah, that counts. That counts. That counts. But
I had to name drop real quick.
We saw it.
But, you know, given that, you know, you've grown up, you know, in this area around all sorts of music, I mean, what has that been like as an artist, as a songwriter, you know, growing up in Music City, and how that's, you know, impacted your journey so far?
You know, that's sort of a good question. I grew up on country music, believe it or not. My grandfather was a huge like Alan Jackson fan and just country music in general. Yeah, exactly. So he was just a huge country music fan. So I grew up listening to like Martina McBride, the Dixie Chicks, really any leading woman in country, and that was my inspiration. And then I got older and I started listening to the radio. Shout out 107.5, hit me up. But I started to get exposed to like more pop music. So, you know, as a black artist, like a lot of people, especially when I was younger, just really didn't expect me or want me to do country music, or they just thought it wasn't feasible for me as an artist to pursue. And it really never discouraged me. But I did have a time in my life where I was trying out new sounds, new ideas, like pop and jazz, R&B, but it never really felt the same the way that country does. And I also have an affinity for rock music, like the heavier side of country as well. So nothing ever fit the way that did.
The origin for the song Streetlights is near and dear to my heart because I felt like it was the first time that when I moved to Nashville, we really kind of broke the code on what the Latin infusion with country music would be. And up until that point, I had been in the room with, predominantly white writers in Nashville, and everyone's idea of Latin influence in country music was like, sort of like, I've got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, and just adios and vaya con Dios. And I was like, that's cool, man, but I wouldn't necessarily sing it like that. I was finding myself saying the word cerveza and singing it cerveza, and lime and all that stuff. And it just didn't really come off as authentic to me. And so we were actually writing a song called Set to Summer. And in that song, I said cerveza. And I even sang it cerveza, but they're just like, can you say cerveza, though? I was like, yeah, but I'll probably never cut this song, And so after that was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back for me. And I was like, you guys got to think more in the lane of like Despacito, Luis Fonsi. I said, Spanish music is more the music of love, and it's got these sexy vibes, and we're missing that. It's kind of hokey. And so I just kind of started strumming these chords, and Streetlights was born. And so, I love this song because of that. And so this is it. Midnight, Ocean Drive, swimming in neon light. She was moving across the floor like she was floating on the water. One drink melts the ice. She said, I hate this place, I hate this vibe, but boy, I like your smile. So tell me, do you wanna get out of here, get out of here? Come on! I wanna go walking in the streetlights, get away from all this noise. I wanna hear the music in the distance, soft enough to hear your voice. No telling where this night might go if you and I just go walking in the streetlights, walking, caminando, caminando.
What's up, y'all? We're back at you, Origins Uncut, and we got the special, the man of the hour, Frank Ray. Man,
hey, cheers, thank you so
it's
much.
such a pleasure to have
Thank
you,
for having
brother.
me, brother. Appreciate you.
Listen,
Yep.
we must be special people.
Yes, sir.
Because it ain't easy just catching you, brother.
It's because I'm always on the road, man. It's not because I don't want to be here. It's just I'm always busy, man.
Yeah.
It's good. Got to put food on the table,
So listen, all the way from New Mexico?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
tell me about that, man.
Oh, well, it's a bunch of desert. It's not, it's I give it a lot of flack, but the fact of the matter is, New Mexico is and always will be home.
Mm-hmm.
Nashville obviously is the place where you kind of need to be if you want to, punch the ticket, so to
Right.
speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And get a shot. But yeah, New Mexico. I was born and raised in a small town called Columbus, New Mexico, which is just
New Mexico.
it's
We
3
just had
miles.
Columbus Day. Did he have anything to do with that?
No, I hope not. I hope not, man. My career is going to come to a crashing halt. Columbus, New Mexico, their little claim to fame is that's where Pancho Villa did the raid.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's 3 miles north of the Mexican border, so the small little Mexican town called Paloma, Chihuahua. And so, yeah, I fell in love with tequila pretty early in my life.
A little early.
Yeah,
but it's part of the culture.
I mean, we just, man, that's pretty much it. But not a lot of opportunity as you would expect.
Yeah.
So I moved up to Las Cruces, and I was a cop there for 10 years.
A cop?
Yeah, man.
What kind of cop?
I was a street cop, man.
Really?
That was fun. That was good, man. I was one of the good ones.
You wasn't on the take.
No, man, no. It's just, but it wasn't obviously clearly my life's passion. You know what I mean? It's a tough gig, but music is always what I wanted to do, and so I was just like, 2017 is when I hung it up and pursued music full time. But that's an interesting story.
All right, y'all, what's going on? This second song I'm about to sing is called Cowboy Heartbreaker. And I wrote this song after hanging out in downtown Nashville one day. And I saw this girl, and she was cool. She was fun. And then she had a T-shirt on that said Cowboy Killer. And I'm like, what are you doing out here tonight? Like, what you looking for? She says, I'm just out here wrecking hearts. I said, so you just out here being a heart wrecker then, ain't you? And she's like, yep. And so I went home, and I was sitting there, and I was like, man, she wasn't looking for nobody. She was just out there having a good time. And any dude trying to mess with her ain't gonna do nothing but get his heart broke. So I was like, she's like a cowboy heart wrecker. So I wrote a song about it. Well, she ain't looking for the good, she ain't looking for the bad. She's looking for the good time that's meant to be had. She don't need nobody to buy no drinks. She don't care about your wealth, she can get it herself. You can tip her your half a partner, don't try to play no games, 'cause she'll burn you in a flame, 'cause she's
Cowboy Calvin.
What's going on, my guy?
A genuine hay baling, tractor driving, bull riding country singer and songwriter. I have to admit, after hearing your sultry voice, it's got to be an updated Johnny Cash, smooth sounding, I'm gonna sing it like I feel it type of joint in here, dog.
Absolutely. You know, like, I'm glad you said like Johnny Cash, that whole vibe like that. For me, my biggest influence on country music is Waylon Jennings. And so, and his voice is kind of, you know, he was kind of like a sultry voice. I feel like he mixed in rockabilly with country music, and he had a very, you know, deep voice. So, and he's a great storyteller. So he's my biggest influence. So to say people like, to use some of the same words that they use with Waylon, to associate that with my voices is, it's, you know, it's something that I'm like, I appreciate a lot. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it right.
No doubt. I mean, your statement that you made yourself, you know, people are surprised to see me. They're silent when the band plays with the expectation of what's going to come out of my mouth. What do you think your biggest shock value to approaching the stage, and when people are looking at you get up there, what is your shock value to the fans?
I think it's my authenticity. I think the fact is that you can feel that I live it. Like, this ain't something like, I'm not pretending any part of it. And I feel that people, once they get into about the second song, they realize, okay, this is real. This is really real. All of this is what it is. Like, this is not something that's just being fabricated. This is not a game. This is not an act. This is a real life. And I'm a part of it right now. And so, and after that, I just see people just kind of like, just start taking it in. Instead of trying to see what it is and try to understand it, they just start to feel it, you know?
This next song was the first song I got to release when I made the move to Nashville, Tennessee. Probably my favorite I've ever written, so I'm glad I get to share with you guys.
Mama raised me right, sitting front row Sunday morning, even when cash was tight. Dropped a couple bucks in the offering, yeah. Ooh, that's why I understand that you were all part of the plan. When God made me, he was thinking of you. Ain't no dumb luck, no, I know he knew just what he was doing, going line by line, working on how your hand fits in mine. Love like this ain't an accident. Every little kiss is proof that when God made you, he was thinking of me. When he made me, he was thinking of you, yeah.
Mike Parker.
What's up, Origins? What's up?
It started already.
Yeah,
already started.
Up.
Yeah. A country artist hailing from a small town in Virginia. There are so many dynamics to you. When people see you for face value, they would think that you are a runway model. They would think that you are an R&B singer. They would think that you're an actor.
Yeah.
What is Mike Parker?
Mike Parker is a small town, hometown, that loves his mama, loves his Bible, loves his ramen noodles, loves the simple things in life. Mike Parker is a believer. Mike Parker is a brother. Mike Parker is a son. Mike Parker is an uncle. And Mike Parker loves being all of those things at one time. There are still some things that Mike Parker has to figure out about himself. And, I feel like there's more to Mike Parker than even Mike Parker knows.